distinguished Mayor of Venice, Mr. Mazzoli, distinguished President of the Ca' Foscari University, Professor Carraro, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. At the age of only 50, Professor Dr. Joachim Vogel lost his life in a tragic boating accident in Venice on 17th August 2013. With this unexpected death, the European criminal law community has lost an outstanding researcher and teacher who also ideally combined research and practice in his position as a judge at the Oberlandesgericht. We are deeply saddened by the passing of one of the inspiring criminal law scholars and leading personalities of our time. Joachim Vogel's exceptional abilities were already apparent at a very early age. He completed secondary school with the year's highest marks in the country of Baden-Württemberg. He earned the top score of those with whom he sat the first state examination of law in Freiburg, and he achieved a similar result on his second state examination in Stuttgart. As an academic assistant, he demonstrated his keen mind early in the seminars of his mentor, Professor Dr. Klaus Tiedemann, where he displayed a special gift for criminal law doctrine, economic criminal law, and European criminal law. Joachim Vogel and I met at one of these seminars more than 25 years ago, when I was an assistant of Professor Tiedemann. As he wrote his habilitation with the same mentor, Joachim Vogel became my younger academic brother, and I was privileged to follow his career as a friend and colleague. He laid the cornerstone for this remarkable career in 1992 with his superb doctoral thesis on norms and obligations in the context of impure crimes of omission, Norm und Pflicht bei den Unterlassungsdelikten in German, followed in 1999 by his innovative professorial dissertation on problems of legitimacy in the criminal law of fraud, Legitimationsprobleme im Betrugsstrafrecht, Wege zu einer diskurstheoretischen Legitimation strafbewährter Verhaltensnormen, im besonderen Teil des Strafrechts. Immediately after receiving his university lecturing qualification, he was appointed Associate Professor of Criminal Law, Philosophy of Law, and Legal Informatics at the University of Munich. 1 year later, he became a full professor of criminal law and criminal procedure at the law faculty of the University of Tübingen, where he also served as Vice Dean and Dean from 2003 to 2008. After 12 productive and happy years in Tübingen, he returned to the University of Munich in 2012 as a full professor of criminal law, criminal procedure, and economic criminal law. Parallel to his academic activities, Joachim Vogel served as a judge at the Oberlandesgericht in Stuttgart from 2001 to 2012, and commencing in 2012 at the Oberlandesgericht in Munich. His influence led the Stuttgart Oberlandesgericht to render several landmark decisions, especially regarding legal assistance in Europe in criminal matters. Joachim Vogel's pleasant manner and his interest in international cooperation quickly led him to assume numerous additional responsibilities, such as chairman of the German national section of the International Association of Penal Law, board member of the International Society of Social Defense, editor of the Zeitschrift für die gesamte Strafrechtswissenschaft, co-editor of the Juristenzeitung, and member of the advisory board of the journal Strafverteidiger. In June 2013, he was elected a full member of the Academy of Science and Literature in Mainz. In the fulfillment of all these tasks, Joachim Vogel impressed everyone with his great intellect, but also with his friendliness, helpfulness, and humor. His students in Tübingen and Munich appreciated his clearly structured lectures, his attention to practical relevance, and his deep insight. At international conferences, he easily captivated the listening audience with his interests and theories, quickly attracting scholars from around the world to his research team in Tübingen and Munich. The impressive letters of condolence addressed to the international associations to which he belonged, as well as the large attendance of his colleagues from Germany and abroad at his funeral, were a personal tribute to him and indicate the high academic standing he enjoyed worldwide as a useful, dynamic teacher of criminal law with a compelling character and creative approach to his work. Philosophy of law, constitutional law, criminal law doctrine, and comparative law underpin Joachim Vogel's comprehensive body of academic work, forming a first focus in his academic oeuvre. He forged close links between these various disciplines, resulting in a wealth of new insights. His contributions are marked by innovation and originality. In addition, they are characterized by their focus on issues of vital importance for the future, their depth of thought, regard for practical application, and concise style. Joachim Vogel rejected a dogmatic ivory tower based and publicly inaccessible approach to criminal law science on account of its lack of transparency and insufficient democratic legitimacy. Together with Donini, he called for a democracia penale instead of an aristocracia penale. His theoretical work product of the past 20 years forms an impressive oeuvre that fuses the above-mentioned tenets and principles of economic criminal law and European criminal law with many questions of practical importance and inventive answers. The importance of basic research to his work is evident not only in his doctoral thesis and his professional dissertation, but also in his textbook on legal methodology, juristische Methodenlehre, and in the discerning lecture he gave at the Conference for Teachers of Criminal Law in Bayreuth on the influence of National Socialism on criminal law, Einflüsse des Nationalsozialismus auf das Strafrecht. He also dealt with fundamental aspects of doctrine in the Leipzig commentary. Furthermore, he wrote many innovative articles on German and European criminal law doctrine and criminal policy, on the harmonization of criminal law, on the influence of German constitutional law, as well as of fundamental rights and human rights on the criminal law, and on substantive criminal law and the law of criminal procedure. A second focus of Joachim Vogel's work, besides this basic research, is on economic criminal law. The teachings of his mentor, Professor Tiedemann, are reflected in his contributions to important handbooks and commentaries, including Economic Criminal Law in the European Union, Wirtschaftsstrafrecht in der Europäischen Union, the Commentary on the Securities Trading Act, Kommentar zum Wertpapierhandelsgesetz, and the Munich Guide for Defense Lawyers in matter of economic criminal law and the law on revenue offenses, Verteidigung in Wirtschaftsstraf- und Steuerstrafsachen. His writings on current matters of economic criminal law are of equal importance, most recently those on share price manipulation and market triching, investor protection, and corporate responsibility. His last work in this area was on a new and effective corporate criminal law that guarantees the rule of law and proportionality and safeguards against arbitrariness. In just a few sentences, he was able to explain why traditional doctrinal concepts, such as the principle of culpability, do not conflict with ideas of corporate criminal responsibility, and to show why a law of corporate sanctions designed to achieve prevention by way of economic rationality is necessary from a criminal policy standpoint as well. The third, and especially significant research focus pursued by Joachim Vogel was international and in particular European criminal law, including the related areas of comparative criminal law, harmonization of criminal law, international criminal law doctrine, and the competence of the EU in criminal matters, issues which we will deal in this conference today. His pioneering work in this field can be found in the most prominent commentaries and collections, such as the Commentary on the Law of International Legal Assistance in Criminal Matters, the publication on the laws of the European Union, and the Handbook on European Criminal Law. His extensive comments and annotations are supplemented in these as in other areas by leading publications, for example, articles on international legal assistance and the European arrest warrant, on a supranational law of sanctions, and on the protection of European financial interests. On the subject of European criminal law, Joachim Vogel called for a sector-by-sector harmonization instead of a blanket approach. His vision was based solidly on a democratic legitimacy, the restriction of criminal law to the boundaries permitted by basic law and human rights, as well as judicial review. He critically questioned national doctrines, especially if they appeared in only a few legal orders. A brilliant scholar of criminal law theory, he was far too familiar with the major foreign legal systems and their legal and philosophical roots to endorse the generalizations sometimes offered on the professed superiority of any one national legal system. He also did not react to the increasing international dissemination of common law ideas by lamenting the demise of German criminal law, as did others, and instead, based on a European understanding of humanitarian ideals, developed new, future-oriented concepts constructively and confidently, for example, regarding corporate responsibility and the law of international criminal procedure. Thus, the groundbreaking work of Joachim Vogel attests to an inspiring thinker who was often far ahead of his time. His astute analysis of fundamental, interdisciplinary, and comparative legal issues of German and foreign economic criminal law, as well as of European and international criminal law, will remain valid for many years to come. Similarly, his innovative ideas will enrich European criminal law far into the future. We are grateful for Joachim Vogel's vast legacy, but his formative thinking, as well as his cheerfulness and warm personality and his voice, will be sorely missed. Today, we not only remember our friend and colleague Joachim Vogel, our thoughts and condolences are also with his family, his wife Dr. Gundula Schäfer-Vogel, and his 3 children, Jonathan, aged 9, Leopold, 7, and Emilia, 3, who have experienced an unfathomable loss. They were the recipients of all Joachim Vogel's love and support. The decision to travel to Italy was made primarily with the children in mind, so that my children can become acquainted with the rich culture and history of Italy during their early impressionable years. He told me just a few weeks before he died. The loss on this trip of the family's husband and father is a tragedy beyond human comprehension. Egregio Signor Sindaco della Città di Venezia, Orsoni, Magnifico Rettore dell'Università Ca' Foscari, Professor Carraro, Signore e Signori. Following the death of Joachim Vogel, representatives of the city of Venice, in particular its hospital, greatly supported the family of Joachim Vogel. A large delegation, including gondoliers and the representative of the city and the university, attended his funeral in Tübingen. With the organization of today's seminar, you have taken an additional opportunity to honor Joachim Vogel here in Venice. For this opportunity and expression of sympathy, I would like to thank you not only in my own name, but also in the name of our joint mentor, Professor Tiedemann, who could not come today to Venice. Before we begin this seminar, may I ask you to rise for a moment of silence in memory of Joachim Vogel. Thank you very much.